and find another top for her to... Sorry about my voice. I will try and find another top for her to wear, because oh, I don't think this goes with her. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my giddy aunt, every time I try and speak I just keep quiet, I think. Sorry, Nadia. Oh dear, how lovely her hair is. She's so pretty. I like the Fashionistas from 2019 more than I do last year's. Oh, excuse me. I think they've got nicer ones this year than they had last year. And there's other ones I want in the collection that I do like. The Afro one, definitely. But this is my favourite, this lovely girl, Nadia. I'm going to put her dress back on though, because this is going to be her summer outfit, if I can find like a bikini top for her to wear with it. Just a shame about the moulded on underwear that Mattel choose to give the dolls, because if you try and wear a bodycon outfit put on the dolls, then there's no nice streamlined effect. You've got that lumpy, ridged outline from what is meant to be underwear. It's not necessary. I don't know why they do that. The dolls don't need that. They don't need it. So this is the 3 Fashionistas I've got so far. This is the first one that I acquired. This is I've named her Esmeralda. Do not like that top. I do like the holographic effect, the iridescent holographic, but I don't like the... I know it's because as I was saying before, I got cut off again by the batteries flashing saying change batteries, even though I put new ones in today. And the memory card's running out of space. But anyhow, she's Esmeralda, my first one. This is Vanya, she was my second one. And this is my favourite, Nadia, and this is my second favourite. I just wish her hair was longer. I love that face mould on this dolly. I've heard some people say this one is Asian, but I didn't think she was. I didn't, unless, you know, maybe she's meant to be, but I don't think she looked it, not to me anyway. This one, I've got 4 other dolls with this face mould. Only this is, she looks different because of the hair colour and her skin colour. And I can't say I can notice this one's face mould before, but I love her hair. So I love her dress. I love everything about this dolly. She's so pretty. Oh, as they all are. I've just made another skirt for Tanya now. So yeah, so she's got this. So they've got different patterns on all these balloons, and these might fit a regular Barbie quite well, because they're usually too big for those, but we'll have to try, because they've all got different patterns on, which is what I like. As you see, all different patterns. So Kiona's got her one, which is not very successful. I did show that last video. Where is she? There's Natalia's. Hers is not too bad. But Kiona's one I don't think is very successful. I don't think it looks very good. This red one, I showed it last time. Hers, Nadia, hers looks quite nice. Hers is I've made one for Sahara as well, and it's under her dress at the moment, and it fits the regular size girls quite well. If I can show you. Need 4 pairs of hands. So yeah, that fits her very well. So these, yeah, so normally the balloons don't fit the regular ones, they only fit the curvies because they're too big on the regular ones. As soon as there's horrible weather with rain and awful wind, this poor little cat gets put out in it. It's far too cold for a tiny cat to be out in these awful conditions. Torrential rain, awful strong wind. Let's see what we can do for the little boy, shall we? Shall we see what we can do for a little somebody? Oh, our skipper doll looks quite nice up there, amongst the other dollies. But they do need arranging rather better than the way they are just all put here like they are. we had a little look at them every so often. Oh.
Everyone was just Asian. You know, I like to think I was ignorant, not racist.
Dollies. Look at the state of Marlise's hair. It's gone all over her earring because someone's foot was in her hair. And oh, we need the light. We need the light. John Humphreys is retiring, apparently. The news today. You know, last night was one of the worst nights, and rain, wind, torrential rain, hurricane wind. Well, it was very windy and very rainy. And my poor little friend was sat out there in the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, on the wall. And I had to bring her in here and dry her. Now, the whole point of me not having her in here for a while, I knew it was getting into the winter, I thought was so she'd stay in there with them next door all night, rather than wanting to come out so she could come in here. And because she had awful bronchitis last year, as a result of being out in the cold, damp, breathing in smoke from the chimney across the way, and I was trying to protect her from that, thinking, and it seemed to work for a while that she hasn't been out at night. She's been staying in there. And then, but the last couple of nights, she's been out there again in the rain. So it's like when the other people would keep their cats in when the weather's horrible, was when they decide to put her out. I don't understand it. And she's got all these health problems and she's vulnerable. Anyway, here's a skirt that I made for Sahara from a balloon. And see, those ones, the marbled ones, they do fit the Barbies quite well. Whereas the other balloons, they're too big, really, to make a skirt for them. And they do fit, but they don't look that good. As you can see, the regular size balloons, this is Michaela, it looks okay, but it's really too loose for her. It doesn't look right, it's too big, and the top, as you can see, is sort of, it goes in there because I made sure to keep the narrow part for around her waist. But I mean, it looks okay, but the skirt doesn't look right. It's not fitted enough. Yeah. Oh look, that bag would match. She could have Sahara's bag for a while, because that would look but no, Sahara wants it back. She's panicking, so she can have her bag back. There we are. She can have her bag back. But yeah, the skirts you can make for dollies. I've shown Nadia, haven't I, with her skirt that I made for her. Should be okay for the summer to wear with a bikini top. That looks quite nice. You'll be saying, how many more times do we have to see that? Let's put her dress back on. I think she's better with her dress on. But I just thought, if she can, you know, as she's got two pieces, it seems a shame not to be able to mix and match if she can. I'd like to do that with the dollies. I'm wondering if that would fit one of the Skipper dolls, those marbled balloons, but it might be a little bit too big for those. And actually, I wonder if this Skipper is the same size as my other Skippers. Let's have a look. Let's get Lorelei. Can't find Susie at the moment. She's somewhere still with her bathing costume on. So yeah, I think they're the same height and same size, aren't they? Why does Lorelei actually look bigger, but she looks shorter in the... Yeah, that's strange. Hang on, perhaps I'm just not holding them on the right... I think they're the same size. Yeah, only Lorelei, because she's an older one, she's got bendy legs, so she can sit down with bendy legs. See, I don't like the fact that they sit and they've got these legs and they're straight out in front of them. All the dolls, you know, even the grown-up dolls, they have to sit with their legs straight out in front of them, and it just looks ridiculous. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't look right. It looks stupid. This one's got the bendy legs, so she can sit more, you know, she can sit. But the problem with the bendy legs is it's so difficult to get their shoes on, and also it's difficult to get anything up over their hips if it's fitted. So in a way, even though in lots of ways I prefer these hard, unbendable legs, because it's easier to get clothes on the dolls, I do like to be able to see them sitting down properly with a leg in a bent position. Because if you're sitting in a chair, I mean, it's okay if you're sitting on the floor like that, but if you're sitting on a chair, you know, your legs are not going to have to be straight out in front of you, which looks ridiculous. But that's the pros and cons, the drawbacks of having the bendable legs. And I must admit, I prefer these bendable legs to the articulated legs. I do not like, I know everyone says we want articulation, and they're boycotting the Fashionistas, the majority of people that collect dolls, I think, because they want articulation and they will not accept. Well, look, I don't like those ugly ridges you get on this is Morgana, but it's just an old Raquel doll. But I don't like those ugly knee joints you get with the articulation. And even, you know, when their legs are straight, okay, you can do that with them. And of course they've got the hard feet, so it's easy to get their shoes on, which is not with the bendable ones. But I'd still rather have just the bendable snap knees, because they don't get those ugly joints on their knees, which doesn't matter, of course, if you've got trousers on them, but I don't like trousers on the dolls. I like them to wear pretty dresses. That's me. That's just me. I know some people would have them in nothing but long trousers or floor-length gowns, and shapeless looking, but I like the dolls to look pretty and nice, and I think those ugly knee joints spoil the look of them, so, and as does often the elbow joints, though it's not too bad on this doll. And also, when their hands are articulated as well, as this one's are, hers aren't too loose actually, but trying to dress them, trying to put something over their hands, their joints go all over the place, and I'm worried I'm going to break the dolly, you know, because, but I mean, look, Lumi here, I know he's not a Ken, officially, he's not a Mattel doll, but look, he's got quite a lot of articulation. His hands aren't loose, that's okay. His waist swivels as well. His ankles swivel round and go down as well. So that's okay. So if he wanted to wear high-heeled shoes, he could. But the knee joints, you know, they're so clunky, and I suppose they have to be like that. But and his hair grows in the dark. I believe I have said that before about Lumi here. And so yeah, just a little talk about what I think, my views on, not that anyone's interested of course, but I'm sure I can't be the only person that is not happy with those clunky joints on the articulated dolls. But I do wish there was a way that Mattel could bring back the dolls with the bend and click knees, but with firmer feet, so that their legs and feet don't bend all over the place when you're trying to put shoes on them. So that's my little talk over with for now. Now we'll continue with whatever haul I might get for the rest of the week, and try not to make the video too long. But, you know, if you like to listen, I mean, dolly people like to discuss these things, I'm sure, and there's our lovely babysitter Skipper. I've ordered from Amazon.com Beekeeper Barbie. Oh, I'm so excited. I've wanted her for so long, Beekeeper Barbie, because it's so important to care for the bees, and no one seems to, you know, hardly anyone does. So I think it's nice that Mattel are doing that, but they're not releasing her in the UK. I don't know why, but so I'm looking forward to getting Beekeeper Barbie, even if there are only 3 bees with her, but. And she's got the, you know, I'm not exactly keen on the outfit, obviously, but you need a proper beekeeper outfit. You can't dress like Lorelei here if you're going to be looking after our bees, honey bees. Though vegans, of course, don't agree with eating honey, because it's... Anyway, don't get me started on all these subjects I go off on to. And Marlies is telling me to just be quiet. Yes, So I'm using this one. Right. Are we coming out? Oh, it's not going to cooperate, is it? And there's my new bath sponge from Boots, which I needed because the one I got from Tesco not long back didn't last very long. The mice got to it for a start. So we've got this one and a new one. My new bath sponge. I'm sorry we're so dark. As I was saying, my new bath sponge. Oh, it's cold again. Right, I'm using this Model's Own nail polish remover to remove. It does a pretty good job too. But then, what about where the rest of your finger that's touching it? Nail polish remover. So if it's doing that to your nails, taking all the nail polish off, what about? Anyhow, it does its job because I haven't got my Quickies removers with me. Yeah, I've got this new one's arrived. I've gone through loads of these. Look at that lovely colour of this pink one. As I was saying, this is the second pink one I've had. Like, I've got two red ones, but a red one that I can't find. I think I've got a 2 terabyte red one. But I've also got this black one, and this lovely blue one, and the silver one. These are the ones that isn't current use. They're all nearly full up now. So there's the blue one. I've made a mark on. Oh, it's dropping the things. The first one I ever had was a silver one. A blue one. The first one I ever had was a blue one, a 500 gig. And then I had a pink one, then a red, then I got the silver one, and then eventually I got a black one, and then I started with this one again, and then I got a red one, which I couldn't find. So then I got a blue one. Welcome to my mad world. And now I've got this lovely pink one again. Another pink. And I'm so pleased that with this, even though it's 1 terabyte, they've sent one with only 2 USB plugs on the end. Most of the large one that they've sent before have got these 2 double twin things, and that one doesn't really do anything if you plug it into anything anyway. But more to the point, when this is plugged in, this often knocks against something, and then the connection. And obviously my USB ports are loose on the computer, and this thing's you've only got to move slightly, and that thing touched something, and then this thing that hangs down, the spare one, I touched something and then the connection's lost. So I'm so pleased. I thought it was something to do with the fact that maybe it was on the more powerful ones, but I've tried any of them with just a single one, with just a single plug on the end, and they all work fine. This one had a double. It had one of these attached to it. The silver one had one of those, and I've just put one of these on, and it still works fine. So I'm so relieved it's got just one with a single USB plug on the end. Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. My world where chaos reigns supreme. I do try to get to some semblance of order. Let me see what this looks like out of its casing. It's lovely. The camera's not picking up the lovely bright cerise, brilliant pink colour of it. I'm sorry I'm shouting, I'm getting anxious. The camera keeps switching off, saying change batteries, even though it's got new batteries in, and the memory card keeps running out of space and I have to keep deleting things. Oh dear. Anyhow, yeah, nice. Is it nice? Oh, lovely. Very nice. There's more down there. There's some more here. Lovely. baby that I carry around with me. New dollies, new dollies, new dollies. Look at this one, I love her outfit. I like her shoes. Pretty. Lovely hair. I like her top. Oh, I love that top. So pretty. What a lovely dolly. There she is out of the box. Oh, pretty dolly. It's the Millie face mould, isn't it? Let's move this plastic. She's got plastic to protect her face, probably from the glasses staining her, so I'll leave it on for now. I like the top. I'm not keen on the sleeves. I like her skirt and I like her shoes as well. I don't like these sleeves much, but pretty dolly. Get your glasses on, straight girl. What are we going to call her? That's the trouble. I keep running out of possible names. Yeah, she looks very cool, doesn't she? She looks nice. I like her shoes. Very nice. Very nice dolly. Nice length to her hair. I like it, the pattern goes around the back, and I like that the fact that it's two separate items. Very nice. And as for the other one, yeah, she's lovely. I'm not going to take this one out yet. I'll wait until I'm home because I'm at my friend's house at the moment. And there's the others in the range. Pretty, pretty dollies. Just finding space for them all. This is the problem, oh. Uh-oh, I've seen an un-PC statement. When a girl plays with Barbie, she imagines everything she can become. So what about if a boy plays with Barbie? So that's rather an un-PC remark. And it says you can be anything. I don't recall seeing strippogram Barbie, or Barbie the belly dancer, or Barbie the stripper. I'm not saying we should see that, but I'm just saying I don't recall seeing that. We've had the astronaut, we've had the beekeeper, which I'm looking forward to, but beekeeper Barbie, but not belly dancer Barbie. Still, I'm sure one can always improvise. So now we've got an update, because there's a new addition to the three I already had. The first one I had was Esmeralda, then Vanya, and then Nadia. I haven't named this lovely dolly yet. Let's have a look at her, underneath her. She's got a plastic thing on holding her sunglasses in place. So yes, I like her. I like all these outfits on all these. I'm pleased that they've all got high heels. I don't like those flat sports shoes that they have, but I do like these 2019 Fashionistas for this year. Nicer than last year's, I think, especially this lovely dolly. And this one. I think this one and this one are my two favourites. And the Afro one, when I get her, I'm sure she will be. I think she's got Tanya's face mould. As I was saying, there's Tanya, and my other doll, Shanice, the one who's got like cornrows on one side with the blonde hair, she's got the same face mould. Quite a few dolls have this face mould, and I'm pretty certain that their lovely new girl in the striped dress and the afro, that she's got the same face mould as. Oh, trying to put the dollies sorted out, it's they're all just piled up. I don't have the proper, I've got no shelves, so poor dollies are all, oh dear. I must open this dolly, get her out of her box. Oh, I've heard all the declutterers. Oh, it's mental illness. You shouldn't be allowed to collect it, shouldn't be allowed. Dollies make me happy. But your circumstances don't permit. You've got to live within your means and all, oh dear. It might, as I was trying to say, there might be some truth in this living within your means, but, it's very depressing. you know, if you've got interests and tastes and you're a collector like me, oh, you're a hoarder. Oh, God. Just because everything's not... If something you've got is all on shelves on the wall, oh, you're a collector. But if you lack that storage space, and I've got nowhere here to put shelves up, and then you've got the load bearing to consider. But if you're poor and you collect, oh, you're a hoarder. But if you're wealthy and you've got the means to collect, then you're a collector. This is how they look at it. And it just annoys me that they regard collecting as a mental illness now. What isn't classed as a mental illness in this day and age? Every slight variation in normal personality is considered some kind of mental illness with a medication to treat it, or don't get me started, or I'll be pontificating about that, what I think about that. I'm just so happy with these dollies, they're so pretty. I just wish I had proper space for the poor things. Isn't that right, Vanessa? Yes. This dolly's lovely hair. This is the one I got from Lidl. Isn't it beautiful? I haven't named this one yet. Oh, I love her shoes. So pretty, lovely hair.
So you can easily imagine taking it to a dinner party, right?
Oh, these two are slightly different. The 2 millies. Let's put her glasses back on. This is a pretty dolly. Oh, they're all pretty dollies, aren't they? They're all lovely dollies. Molly, she's taking it easy there. She's taking it easy. Molly looks nice against that background of my fluffy jumper, doesn't she? Now look, you can see that these dollies' hair starts off much longer. Can you see that long strand? Yeah, you can just see, look. So her hair would have been right down to there, and then they've cut it shorter, so why not leave it where it was, almost down to the backs of her knees? So that would have been lovely. Well, it is lovely anyway, it's nice, but you see there's a much longer strand, making it obvious that they've cut it a lot shorter. You think, why didn't they just leave it? Now I have a load of things, a massive haul, which is I'm going to have to try and tack onto the end of the next haul after this one. I haven't even finished this video yet. Hopefully I'm going to do that today, Sunday, and try and upload it later. Hopefully get it published today, if not, it might be tomorrow. And then a load of stuff for next haul, which is half finished, but there's only 10 minutes left before it's half an hour long. And I've got so much. I got from a load of dollies and new haul from the Toy Master and then Tesco yesterday, so I think that's going to be too much to go on to the next video, so that's going to have to be the third video from now. Ulysses waving bye-bye. I think she's had enough, and so have I.
As long as you love me.